Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is just basically a little short video on how I got my hair this really pretty vibrant red. All right, let's go. Since the hair is only 10 inches, I start by boiling a very small to medium pot of water. So the colors that I used were an Adore line. I used crimson. That's a dark kind of bloody red. And then I used Truly Red, which is more of like a crayon red. I also used a little bit of this Express Scarlet because it's just some that I had lying around. You're going to need this wide tooth comb because while you're dyeing the hair, you're going to have to comb through it to make sure it's greatly saturated. Rubber gloves, and you're going to need this Got2b glue sprayed if you're dyeing a lace front. So, before I dye the hair or even get anything started, I'm going to start by completely saturating my lace in this Got2b glued freeze spray because it will stop my lace from being tinted pink, which is something that I don't want for a flawless install. I would like for it to look like scalp and look like it's growing out of my skin. So spray, spray, spray. Okay. And here we have a red bowl, which is ideal because I will be using red hair dye and I don't want to dye my mother's bowls. Or at least I don't want her to know that I was doing this. Okay, gonna glove my hands up now because I have yellow fingernails. Well, I had yellow fingernails at the time. And I didn't want to get that red dye on them because we all know that red dye is very staining. Start by pouring that hot boiling water into the bowl. And then you just want to put your colors in there. There's really no special order to put them in there. I personally did lightest to dark because my roots were a little bit lighter and I wanted the ends to be more so of that crimson red. So the best part about water dyeing is that you can put water in the hair dye bottle, shake it up, and get the most out of your money. And that's exactly what I did here. Just kept putting a little bit of hot water in there and shaking it up and putting it into the bowl because it really did make a difference and it stretched the hair dye. Okay, so when dip dyeing your hair, you kind of want to bunch it all together like so that the hair doesn't kind of flail everywhere and flick water everywhere. But the way that you want to do it, you just want to keep dipping it. And with every dip, you just go a little higher up, a little higher up. And of course, your wide tooth comb will come in handy because this is the part where you're going to need to start combing the dye into the hair to make sure that it's deeply saturated because you don't want blotchy coloring because then that will be tacky as fuck. Okay, so this is the part where I was telling you guys you're going to need that wide tooth comb so that you can comb it through to make sure that the hair is getting through to all the wefts, all the tracks, and that the color evenly saturates the hair. Okay, so with this part in the video, I'm dipping my lace, but the look that I was looking for, I'm not over dipping it. Because I didn't necessarily want my roots too red because I want it to look like it's growing out of my scalp. So I also want it to have more of a realistic look like I just went and dyed my platinum blonde hair. Even though we all know that's not the case. I don't want to over dye or over dip my lace as I was doing the tracks and things, so I just kind of dipped it just a little bit, not too much. Okay, so this is the part where in the beginning of the video where I was referring to that I used the crimson at the end. I didn't start with fresh water. I basically just used the same water, the same lighter red water, and just put the crimson in because the darker color will overpower the Truly Red, so that the ends of my hair will be a darker red than the roots. Okay, so with this part, I'm just dipping the ends because I just want the ends to be darker. It's going to have a gradient look. That's the look I'm going for. Gradient. So comb it through. And then I just let it sit there and soak for a little bit while I get everything else prepped. Then I'll be done. So this is a slight picture of the finished product. And this here is a photo I took with the lace front. As you see, my roots are a little more pink. This here is another photo of me with the hair. I really like the color. I just didn't really too much care for the quality. Alrighty guys, so that's the end. Thanks for watching my video. Make sure you subscribe and leave comments and questions. See ya!